Hi everyone, I'm Robert, the CEO of Qubit Pharmaceuticals, and I'll try to introduce you in 7 minutes to what quantum computing can do to drug discovery. Qubit is a 2-year-old startup. We raised our seed round last summer, 16.1 million euros. We are now a 50-plus team, and we are based in Paris and Boston, soon opening offices in Canada. Our daily job is to discover drugs and to out-license them or partner with pharma so that they can develop them and bring them to the patient. Not any type of drugs, but small molecules. These drugs are much needed. You can take them as a pill, and they have unique properties that will make them stay. It's a 400 billion existing market, and it's growing on a year-by-year basis. The issue with small molecules is that they are very hard to discover. They are still needed a wet lab process. Think about it. Every time you want to discover a drug, you will launch 10 programs, only one will succeed to the clinical phases. And then out of the 10 that reach the clinical phases, only one will reach the market. So very error-prone process, and computer-aided drug design, a technology that's been there for over 30 years, only showed limited success. The reason for that is threefold. First one, limited physics models. Because of limited physics models, because all the interactions are hard to compute, you can only apply CAD to about 1/3 of the market. The second issue is limited accuracy in terms of predictions. The results, you need to synthesize a lot of drug candidates if you want to confirm your hypothesis and computations. The third one is limited precision in your computations, which means that you cannot always rely on what you have computed. As a consequence, people use CAD as a tool to validate your hypothesis as a backward validation tool, but not drive the drug discovery process using CAD. So I'm not saying that CAD was useless or brought poor results. That's not the point. But think about what Hubble brought to astronomy. We discovered a lot of things, but now we have much more accurate tools, much more precise tools, such as James Webb, that allows us to discover new things and apply the techniques to novel galaxies. And that's exactly what we do at Qubit Pharmaceuticals. We leverage quantum physics in order to expand the applications of computer-aided drug design to any types of target and to 100% of the market. That's something we do on a daily basis. Here, I show you an example. For instance, that's an image of a protein called the IL-4 receptor. When it dysfunctions, it creates major pathologies, and it's linked to a 10 billion market. There is only one drug on the market. It's an antibody. And nobody has been able, as of today, to discover small molecules that would allow to cure that disease. We've been able, with our software, to discover novel chemical families with an unprecedented precision. You'll have to trust me because I know the image is small, but what we were able to see with our software is that by modifying just one groupment on that chemical series, we could increase the potency of that drug by 100-fold. And that was impossible to see with any other software. We are able to discover and to execute at that level of precision because we master every step of the drug discovery process. From the hardware, we run and operate our own supercomputing cluster of 200 GPUs, up to software. We leverage 4 technologies: advanced physical force fields, molecular dynamics software, machine learning, guided optimization of drugs, and quantum emulation to the in vitro validation of drugs. Thanks to that, we are able, with a limited team and limited means, to manage a portfolio of 6 drug discovery projects. Those 6 projects would require 6 startups if they were not leveraging our platform. That's no magic. It's just a result of a lot of science. So we leverage over 30 years of research from 5 leading institutions in the US and in France, but also hard work from the entire team that gather expertise in the pharma industry, drug discovery, business development, and of course, quantum. So I hope I convince you that we know what to do in terms of the use of classical technologies for drug discovery. And now the point is, what will quantum allow for drug discovery? We think that that's the way for us to keep our leverage, our edge on the drug discovery market. So quantum is not a standalone technology. We see a way for quantum as a hybrid technology with HPC and quantum computing. And since we control every step of the process, we look for use cases where leveraging quantum computing can either increase the accuracy of our calculations, faster the convergence of our computations, or decrease the energy consumption for every computation that we do. We validate all our algorithms first using emulation techniques, and then we deploy them on quantum computers. One example that I show here, for instance, leveraging Hyperion, that's our simulation platform that we'll soon release. The first thing that we do is using quantum chemistry computation in VQE algorithms. There is a limitation, a very well-known limitation with VQE is the barren plateau. So you cannot do a very large system on quantum computers because of them. Developing and using novel algorithm technique, we've been able to overcome this barren plateau and achieve two interesting features. The first one is, given the same number of qubits, increase the accuracy of the algorithm. And the second one is by compressing the network, being able to deploy larger computation on a smaller number of qubits. So these are exactly the type of computation that we do and how we leverage quantum computing today for drug discovery. Hope I convinced you, and happy to answer any question. Thank you.
No, maybe one on the business model. There are two ways to make a business model. So you can sell an IT tool to a pharma, or you can try to develop a drug and license it. Do you do both? Do you do one of them?
No, we discover the drugs and out-license them.